Anyhow, that was a really good program. It worked well.
Yeah. Well,
Got to have a lot of people working it.
well, yeah, and I'll tell you something. Those 20 to 30 people, though, see, that's the thing is that there's multiplication that comes from that.
It does. I mean,
mean,
there was people coming that would come and visit for months and months afterwards. They said,
Yeah.
you know, we got a call way back when, and we appreciated it. It came at a time when and it wasn't convenient for us to come to the thing. We had about 120 people show up to that event.
Yeah.
And out of that 120 people, we gained about 20 to 30 people. Now, Dane didn't think that, he said that wasn't a profitable situation. It cost us, I forget what it cost, because we had to buy the names,
Yeah.
and then we had to buy, send the cars, all the
Yeah.
material and everything.
That's a common thing that churches do, though, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard of it before, and it seems to ordinarily produce some results. I mean, depending on your effectiveness in communication and so forth. The thing about it is, because I used to work in market research, I would be probably pretty good at that kind of thing. I say with modesty. But, I mean, outreach the thing about outreach is, it's not a one-size-fits-all. It depends on your cultural context.
You gotta be doing all kinds of things.
Yeah, I mean, in a small town, going door to door might work really well. It seems like in the more sophisticated suburban areas, it doesn't seem to work as well.
No.
Because there's too much of us. I mean, we have houses that have signs, you do too, that say no solicitation, there's a sign right down here where they have no trespassing on the front door of the house.
Well,
Like,
because there's nobody there.
oh, okay, all right, gotcha. But I mean, the point is that, there's a sense of, I don't even want you on my sidewalk if I don't know you, or you're not the mailman or something. And so, I don't want to crassly ignore, that kind of thing and just go on and knock on the door.
Situation we walked back, it was funny. Well, it wasn't funny.
In hindsight, it was funny.
This guy would go door to door selling fresh fish. He would go out to the market
Yeah.
and get the fish right off the boat.
Yeah.
And shrimp and all that kind of stuff. And then he would go door to door and try to sell it. He would package it and all that. And he had a freezer in the back of the truck. And he went up to this one guy's house, and the guy was pretty scruffy looking and all that. And he asked him, got some fish. A list of all the stuff in the truck. Are you interested? And the guy said, oh, I don't know. Let me see the list. And then he asked to see something that he had to offer. So he went back out to the truck. And he turned around to come back, and the guy shot him. Killed him.
Really?
And he said, in his defense, he said, I thought he got out of the truck. He said, I thought he had a gun. He was, trying to run it. So the guy was captured. And they sent him away for evaluation.
Did the self-defense thing work?
Huh?
Did the self-defense plea work? It did not work.
No.
Yeah.
But he was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, if you look at it from the person who's going door to door, that's not a good job. I hated that. We did that for Graceland, went door to door. And that was a semi,
But back in those days, it was probably maybe a little bit
it
more.
was safer.
Yeah, right.
Now, you don't know what they're going into. People doing drugs and all that kind of stuff.
I don't like door to door. I don't mind walking a neighborhood and going up to somebody while they're mowing the grass and saying, "Hey, how you doing? Just want to let you know our church is right around here, corner here." Because there's a new neighborhood that's really, really close to our church, and you could literally say, "Hey, our church is right up here." That's not too awkward. But yeah, going to the door and not knowing who's there, and we've gone into some communities, some neighborhoods that were a little on the sketchy side. I'll tell you, one time I went down to Louisiana on a missions trip, and we went into the inner city and went door to door. And we had people answering the door that were literally high as they could be, intoxicated as they could be. And some people, we had a Muslim guy answer the door once, and we started talking about Jesus. And once we got to, he was okay with us talking about God. As soon as we got to Jesus, he said, "I am Muslim." Shut the door. Boom. And that was the end of that. So, I mean, we had some interesting experiences. And I know that I realize that evangelism and missions and stuff does involve a certain amount of risk. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be any risk at all. But churches that are in communities have to think about what is the way that I can reach people without making them feel too uncomfortable and without making me feel too uncomfortable. Because if I feel uncomfortable, they probably do too.
Well,